The issue that we will be addressing is police brutality. Sadly, this seems to be a hot topic of debate lately, with a great deal of controversy coming from both sides of the argument. Recently, you probably haven't been able to turn on your television without seeing some sort of tragedy involving a police officer using excessive force headlining. Not only will we be addressing this concern, but the fact that racial discrimination is also said to be involved. As a group, we've concluded that our main question will be, is police brutality a real issue, and if so, does race play a role in this? Our intended audience is those who aren't well informed over the issue, and for students and other young people who would like to stand beside us in the fight to end police brutality. We hope to make others feel like we can make a difference and their voices matter, especially for people who are unable to talk for themselves.
As we conducted the research, we searched through many online articles and advocacy groups that were very useful. Looking into these groups, we found interesting statistics and people who share the same beliefs that we do regarding our topic. We also discovered that there were over 100 police-related killings in the month of March alone.
The death of 18-year-old Mike Brown struck everyone in one way or another. Brown was running away from Officer Darren Wilson when he turned to look back and was shot 12 times. However, Officer Wilson was not indicted.
Eric Garner died after being put in a chokehold in Staten Island. The crime that led to this excessive force? Suspicion of selling single cigarettes from packs without tax stamps. As Garner was dying, lying face down on the sidewalk, he shouted, "I can't breathe," 11 times. We also find it interesting that the man responsible for filming the killing was targeted and stalked by police.
During our research, we found an article from AmericanConservative.com regarding police brutality. This article was very helpful in answering our main question, does police brutality really exist? It may seem like an obvious answer to some, but it is the other side of the spectrum, the ones who are unsure, that we wish to reach with this specific information. However, some of these facts were even mind-boggling to us. The 7 reasons we found from the articles are as follows. 1. Many departments don't provide adequate training for nonviolent situations. This is particularly obvious and all too preventable, often with family pets. The article references Minnesota children who were forced to sit handcuffed next to their bleeding pet. 2. Standards for what constitutes brutality vary widely. 3. Consequences for misconduct are minimal.
4. Settlements are shifted to taxpayers. 5. Minorities are unfairly targeted. Florida's stop and frisk policy is explicitly aimed at black men. 6. Police are often militarized. Many policemen have cultivated an us versus them mentality. And finally, 7. Police themselves say misconduct is remarkably widespread. 84% of officers have seen a colleague use excessive force on civilians, and 61 admit that they don't always report it, even serious criminal violations.
We've shared the desire for this general concept since we became a group, and we still feel passionately about this. This topic allows us to focus in specific parts, but still continue to look at the issue as a whole. All of our research conducted through our project and this presentation are helpful to our specific question. Is police brutality a real issue? If so, does race play a role in this? This information discovered was very helpful, and we hope to make a difference by developing a common ground with other activists who feel strongly about this subject. By doing that and continuing to keep up with their blogs, we hope to unwrap more investigations, including ones with minimal media coverage. We've shared the desire for this general concept since we became a group, and we still feel passionately about this. This topic allows us to focus in specific parts, but still continue to look at the issue as a whole.